Hello viewers, same platform with Teachers Kenya that brings you so many things about health issues. And today I'm on stage with nutritionist Derek Olela and Marlon Adala. We are here, we want to know how balanced diet relates to health. So my first question is that, can somebody know or have some tips about balanced diet regarding health?
Thank you, Derek from Reuters. From Paul, balanced diet, we just need to know what is a balanced diet. So a balanced diet generally is just food, you can say it's a group of foods which includes carbohydrates, protein, vitamins, oils, they are essential oils, also other minerals and water. Yes, and something maybe I can add in relation to your like body, age, and what else, like physical activity. Yes, yeah, that's maybe in a nutshell. Maybe you can add, Marlon.
Okay, on top of that also the carbohydrates, protein, vitamins, also fiber is very important, and as I said, also water. So all this is done in combination, and then you are looking at it in relation to your gender, age, physical activity, and those are the ones which determine what is balanced per individual. So what's balanced for Derek may not be necessarily what's balanced for me, because we are looking at the two aspects of quality and quantity. So when the two balance for an individual, then we call it a balanced diet.
Okay, so we are getting to know that balanced diet is very important in terms of health. And the second key point that we are noting today from Equitous platform is that balanced diet is not a general thing that cuts across to everybody. A balanced diet to me cannot be the same to a balanced diet to Derek. At the same time, cannot be a balanced diet to Marlon. So another thing that we're also getting is that age matters a lot in terms of balanced diet. Another thing is that I think also there's gender, maybe what physical activities, state of health.
Yes.
I think state of health is also one of the main things that affects. Now today, can we narrow it down, maybe balanced diet to weight loss? Balanced diet maybe with weight loss or maybe weight gain. Let's build it around weight loss and weight gain. How do balanced diet affect a person who wants to gain weight, or maybe a person who wants to maintain, and a person who wants to shed? Because so many questions, you might find out that so many people are avoiding some types of food, or maybe some people are changing some types of food in terms to lose weight. Some people are avoiding taking food, they want to shed weight. So maybe we show it some light about this for people to know the right thing to do. Marlon.
Okay, so first of all, we are looking at, let me focus on the weight, shedding of weight, that part. In terms of balanced diet, of course, we have to create a diet change, in terms of diet behavior change, for you to be able to shed the weight. That means you remove the carbonated, refined, and processed sugars in the foods, or in the choice of foods you're going to eat. Those ones we restrict completely. Now, after we remain with the healthy part, now we are looking at the carbohydrates, protein, and vitamins, and the water and fiber. So these ones have to be taken, all of them, so that we get each and every nutrient in the right quantity, and combine that with exercise to get the result. Failure to which maybe you decide, okay, people say I'm not going to take carbohydrates. At the end of it, you take protein and maybe the fruits. They will still be converted back to fats if you do it in excess, and also there will be a deficit because that is the chief source of energy. You say maybe you remove protein, still you need that protein in repair of new cells, and also in like the functions like creation of the hormones and the enzymes. So you also find another deficit. That's why you need to create like a balance in all the food groups. Just remember, we remove the processed carbonated and refined sugars.
Just a term crap, something crap, huh? We've been hiding on something crap you had, the unnecessary things that you can avoid. We've been told they are the carbonated, refined,
and processed sugars.
and processed sugars. Now, maybe I still narrow it down to the same point that Marlon is talking about, and this one let me direct it to Mr. Olela. The thing is, one thing, we've done away with the crap, huh? And now we're remaining with the two types of food that somebody can balance in and take. So, this is a person who wants to shed weight. What do we, or what should this person consider? Or what should be considered when balancing these types of food for this person to go through the right track and to achieve the goal of losing weight?
Yes, I want to say, now we did a detailed talk on the nutrition and weight management. So today, most maybe what we want to emphasize is it's important to follow like a balanced diet when you're on a weight loss journey. So Marlon has already talked about the crap. You have removed the crap from your system. So now you have the food. So how will you make this food balance, and also how will you lose the weight? For us, what we usually advise people is the crap, the thing you start eating like we call it like a king, not in terms of the quantity, but in terms of the quality. Yeah, so make sure you take enough carbohydrates in the morning. Do fruit, do a protein, and what else? Water. Yes, water in the morning. And maybe if it's as a vegetation oil. So meaning, so in the morning, make sure you do your carbohydrates, do your protein. Protein they're like milk, eggs, but eggs you limit. As the milk can do 2 or 3 in a week, but because of the egg yolk, right? Yes. Yeah. So if it's egg white, you can do it daily, right? Yeah. So make sure you do it in the morning. If it's the protein, do the carbohydrates, do the vitamins, and what do you call it? Like water. Then remember a snack. So a snack is usually healthy. So it doesn't have to be a balance, but it can be something healthy. Maybe groundnuts, we do with the yogurt, or an apple, do it with the yogurt. Then same to lunch. Try to do like a protein, same carbohydrates, and what else? This proteins,
Carbohydrates and the fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables. Yes, so that's lunch. Then in the evening, so as you took like a large quantity in the morning, at lunch, and do it lesser. So this means that you're not seeing a nutritionist, but you want to do it alone at home. Then at night now, for those people who fear like taking carbohydrates, you can always go for the starchy. There are starchy vegetable and starchy protein, like beans.
Yes.
They are like this green lentils. So they have a bit of starch. So at least maybe you still have the starch, the carbohydrates, and those cravings, which will keep you going until the morning. So meaning you will maintain the balance diet from morning to evening. So as it's supposed to, maybe you go, maybe just take veggies at night, then maybe you eat until the next day. Yeah, so your metabolism will also go down.
A general free information that you are getting from this platform. And the important thing I'm getting is that they are giving you a free space to learn and a free platform to know a lot without even visiting nutritionist offices. You've just been told you want to do it perfectly, you can reach the offices and learn more. I think when they reach your offices, maybe assessment and everything will be done, so at least you did it down into details. But if you can't treat them, the free information is that you can balance it after removing the crap. You have the main food down there. They have not told you to omit one type of food and take other types of food. They have told you that you balance everything, but know how you do it. They are saying that maybe a higher portion in the morning, maybe then you reduce it till night, and then you will keep on going well. Maybe something to add about now we have the good food. you balance it. There's a good portion maybe in the morning, there's a good portion maybe during lunch hour, then maybe lesser portion at night, and we've snacked in between. Now, what can you say, maybe something that you add for viewers to know more about on how they can balance and how they can take snacks in between? Because maybe when you tell somebody 3 meals, I know people do take meals differently, even though you say that you talked about these in details and they have the information. But it's also good to repeat to them so that they know maybe how can you take your food maybe very early, maybe lunchtime, maybe late in the night, and at what point in time should you take these snacks? And how many times in a day should you take snacks?
Okay. So on the part of snacks, the snacks we recommend are the healthy snacks. The choice is either the nuts or the fruits. Out of this, you can be also creative with some recipes. You make some smoothies or fresh juice just to put in the middle of the day. So like we say, breakfast, then in the middle there before lunchtime, you get a snack. Then before dinner also, you can slot in a snack. That gives you about 3 hours between meals. So even if you choose to eat that apple, we'll call it a meal or a snack. So we call it a meal, but it is slotted as a snack because it's a meal, of course. You've eaten it as a meal.
So the stipulation of meals and snacks, the time difference or the time leeway in between, you've been told. Now my question is, do these apply to all those who want to shed weight and gain weight?
As maybe on the application, that's the general advice is usually the portion control. Yeah, so portion control, it depends. We can say like a plate of like 10 cm diameter, right? Diameter. You always do the half. It's always easy. Like you do the plate, you do the half veggies, the other half you split into carbohydrates and carbohydrates and proteins. Yeah? Yes. But remember, for all the proteins, try to go for lean. Yeah. So generally we just advise the portion. But if you want to like the details, you just have to visit your nutritionist. Then after the assessment, now after that, the person will know your kilocalories, what you require per day. Then now we'll come up with a diet that will be specifically for you. But but for now, just giving a general advice: do the portion control.
Okay. Also to add on to that, there are many Google approved diets. Kindly, there is no way you can be coming to see your physician with a Google result already. Try this list from that, so that the person is able to guide you in a way that has been tested and proved on real people. Google has a lot of researchers. Actually, even every individual can upload their content, and you take that as the gospel truth and you forgo what you have been told by the nutritionist. That's why it is really, really important to listen and go to a nutritionist so that you are assessed based on what your body really needs. Like we see the advice for the weight management in terms of weight loss, we call it a high fiber, low calorie meal. You find some people are eating only proteins. You put carbohydrates onto their meals, they are saying, Dr. Google says, I should not eat carbohydrates. Where will you get your fiber from? The fiber helps you to manage your sugar. That is one thing. So it is only when you come to the nutritionist, they're going to tell you these are the sources of carbohydrates. Like weight gain, we do high calorie, high protein diet. Dr. Google will show you otherwise. So that is the really, really importance of coming to see a nutritionist face to face. You get the real guidance from the professional.
And Mr. Wanadala is telling us that please kindly, if you are coming, come as a student who is ready to learn, and then you get the results from his office. Not that you come as a student who already passed exams and you have your own results and you are still seeking for help. There will be a fight in between. And now we've known, it's very simple. The free advice that they're giving out is that do away with the crap and then remain the good food. Try to balance it and it will take you through. And when you want to know more, please visit their offices and you shall learn and know more. Maybe one thing from you, how they can get you, how they can follow you, how they can get in touch with you, and then it will be good to go.
We have virtual program, and just go to www.weightvoters.co.k, or we are based at Hurlingham. So you can just book an appointment, then we'll guide you, yes, depending on your goals. So before I finish,
Facebook.
Facebook is Weight Watchers Kenya. Weight Watchers Kenya Limited. Yes. Facebook,
Instagram
the same. Weight Watchers Kenya, Twitter the same. Yes. Yeah, just all. YouTube too.
YouTube channel, the one you're watching, you like, subscribe, share. Yes.
Start with the notification and share out. So thank you very much, and see you in the next one.
Thanks so much.